Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Per usual, had little goof right before we went live. Thanks for coming back. Where last we left our heroes, they had fought their way through the strange and wonderful Feywild. The Feywild, wild and wonderful, like West Virginia.
With you wild.
Wild Fey.
Yes.
Jim Fey.
Alright, I'm together.
Yeah,
I can do this.
No, I'm good.
So, our heroes attempting to get back home, we're told that the Fey crossing is a bit finicky, and that the path could potentially be a bit more meandering than they hoped. And they may already be back to the Sword Coast, they may not ever get back to the Sword Coast, well, or Peril. And it might be 500 years either way. Worst case.
Cool. I hope it is.
You guys ready to train Mordenkainen?
Yes. But not Big B.
But not Big B. Funny you should say that.
We can stop Tiamat before.
Sean and I are not strangers to a time travel game.
No. In any case, our heroes went from the strange Feywild with its changing colors of grass, water that dripped upward. Their own forms were changed themselves. And having been from the heat of Chult into pretty temperate climate of the Fey, they've now come out again to a slightly cool, almost looking pretty evergreen forest that reminds you of your home, Elbin. And before them has just stopped running what looks like a noble or a knight with a large wound on his shoulder. And he stops and looks at you two, who clearly must have just appeared out of mist, out of nowhere. And you heard wolves howl. So that is where we will pick up. We'll start with the stranger that you've met. She's like, "You've come out of the mist."
Where have you come from?
From a long ways away, you hear wolves just... He keeps looking behind him. He's like,
How many are there?
"A great many. If you want to run 2 miles that way, to the river, there's a camp that can protect you. They won't pass the river. But those things will kill anything in these woods. The riders as well. So if you mean to go, go now."
Will you be coming?
"I shall run no further." He starts to turn.
Well, how many is a great many?
I don't know. 5, 6 riders, the large wolves.
I don't think we can let you just die here. We just met you. Either run with us or we stand with you.
Well, then you stand with me. He kind of starts flourishing the sword. Almost looks like he's stretching out what is this wound on the shoulder. And you hear the padding.
As soon as I know what direction they're coming from, do I know what direction they're coming from?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy from where you ended up. I mean, you've almost like bumped into each other this way, and it's from behind this knight that you can hear them, and they're running.
Well, I'd like to cast a spell
Okay.
in an area. So is this our actual arrangement, or he's up with us, I guess, right? Or
No, he's right there. I mean, he was clearly like kind of skidded to a halt in the pine needles and leaves, seeing you.
okay. Then I'd like to cast Spike Growth. Here.
Alright. You go ahead and draw it, and while we're doing that, let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Okay. Can I get a spell off before?
Yeah.
Okay.
You both can.
I think Killian would speak some words, and you would just see like him kind of like almost look like he's in pain, and then 3 mirror images of him would fan out from where he's standing.
Oh yeah. As the knight turns around and looks, he sees spikes before him, which causes him to turn, and he sees what looks like just 2 more versions of you pulling themselves from your skin and pushing themselves out to stand in the exact same posture and position as you. He looks vaguely alarmed for a moment. He's like, impressive. He sets his sword up on his shield and starts waiting. And at that point, you can start to see the wolves.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was a circle.
So it's a circle. So spike growth is right in front of him. Are the spikes visible?
No. So if they don't see it when I cast it, then they have to make a perception.
Got it.
It's a 10-foot radius.
I need to read it again. I made little symbols. Sorry.
Can't read your own arcane ramblings. All right, initiative.
Initiative, please.
God.
Got a 15. 20-foot radius. That's better. The wet finger, is that a bad move?
Here, tell you what. Let me. Sean's got a nice, tasty lemonade right here, and I see some delightful condensation on the edge of it. So let me just let me get that for you. Sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Sometimes when life hands you lemonade, you can wipe off your dry erase mat.
Yep.
So the way those really kind of work, instead of a circle, let me help you, is they sort of do this.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
That's right. Yep. Because otherwise they sort of only cover.
Should make like a rule book or a handbook or something for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I would read
The biggest problem with D&D is there's no rules for it. You don't even know where to look for this stuff.
Loosey-goosey. Everybody just wings it.
There we go. Got some spiky boys in there.
Yeah, and so they take 2d4 for every space they move in there, so...
Holy smokes. Alright.
So if they don't see it...
It's 1d4 per space? 2d4? Yeah, spike growth is awesome.
Elvin, what is your initiative?
15.
15. Killian?
14 for me, 5 for Aniki.
Wow.
I know. I rolled a 3. I got a 14, so...
Alright. Well, you see this knight seems to be the most prepared.
That is concentration. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
I can help.
Oh man, Liv saw where someone had taken those little tea candles, that like the electric tea candles, and in front of you turn it on when you're concentrating on something, just so it's like flickering.
That's clever.
That's really
It's
cool.
a pretty cool idea. I might order a couple of those.
Alright. We'll say they have appeared. Right here. So you notice, especially Elvin, you recognize dire wolves when you see them. So you see 2 dire wolves, followed by
Not
4.
sweet Muska.
Followed by 4 other wolves. And behind that, you do hear voices that sound humanoid.
Good.
Okay. Your ally seems like he's just readied himself. And he calls back to you. Stay behind me, little brothers. Elman.
I will. Oh wait, I can't cast Frostbite. I can't. Okay.
Yeah, it's not
I always
concentration.
forget. I should read the rules, but then I just forget them. So I'm gonna Frostbite him. So 14 con save.
Okay. So I can just mark out where it is. Woof, woof.
A lot of wolves.
Okay, that was a 14 con save, you said?
Yes.
Made it. It's... The air is a bit chilly here, so as it almost seems to just be able to shake off the frost and continue running. Anything else?
That'll do it.
Alright, Killian will also move up. He'll move up to about there. And as he does, he's just, go, Anaki! Kind of throw her off his shoulder, which she is practiced with and knows what's up. He is actually going to cast a firebolt right on that
Same one?
roof right there. Yep. That'd be a 16. No, an 18 plus 6.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
18 on it. For 5 fire damage, sir.
Whereas it shaking off the frost, you manage to just hit it on the other shoulder mid-run. You can hear the "Arrgh!" as you can kind of see it still smoldering as it's running. Okay, well, it is now their turn. You know what they don't know is in front of them?
What?
Spike growth.
Oh, poor guys.
And how much damage is it?
2d4.
For every
For
5
every
feet?
5 feet.
Smokes, yeah, that's okay.
Do they slow down too? Is it
Yeah, it's a
difficult
drop
round?
3.
Alright, well...
I'd say they probably want to go.
We'll go ahead and move them both up to that first 5 feet, please. Within. Which is how much? Was that 20 feet?
He would have been. This would have been 30 for him.
That's
given,
30, right?
given the difficult ground.
Got it. Okay, so that's what? You know what? You can roll that damage.
So for one, it's 7, or do I? Yeah, I guess I do it separate, right?
Yeah, I think you do it separately.
Okay, yeah.
Whichever one.
I just put it on that one already, so this will be for the other one.
The other one's 3.
Alright, move them another 5 feet, please. And you know what? Move them 5 feet more. They're clearly like, but I mean, they already have so much momentum moving.
Right.
So I'll just do
44 each. Oh my god, spike growth. OP, please nerf. I'm gonna call the Wizard of the Coast and ask him.
7.
Or her. 8.
That's 60 feet for them.
That's 50 for them.
50. Oh, right. Yeah, you were at 30 and then 2 more. Yep. 50.
With that for them, I actually think they're kind of moving there, and they're both howling out. So I'm gonna give these other ones a wisdom save.
There is a perception check, right, to make?
Yeah.
Or only when you
That's-
know it was cast.
No, if you don't know it was cast, you make a wisdom check to see if you know that it's there.
Gotcha.
Okay. I didn't give them that one, so I'm gonna give these other ones advantage because they now see things. Actually, that is not them. You still hear voices now, kind of within this area. Humanoid voices.
Though it does say it's I don't know. It does say it's not visible, which I guess is why you make a check to know. Or not noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give them kind of just a collective perception check. No, they don't get that at all.
You made me very happy.
This is the face of a happy druid right there.
All right, will you move them up for me?
10, 20, 30, 40. What's the base speed? 50?
Base speed is 40.
40? So that's 40. Are they gonna dash?
They'll dash.
Okay, so 15, 25, 35, 45, 50. So this guy gets out and takes 8d4.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. 10 plus. So 16 for that guy.
That wolf takes off, doesn't know as spikes and is continuing to get up and try to move, and at this point, maybe like it had come into a bush or like had a bunch of birds, tries to plow through it and just falls crashing to you with spikes still sticking out in front of you, Oben.
Wow.
So these 3 are 40, so...
Yep. I'm gonna give each one of them after that another perception check. That one's still gonna take the 2d4 because it ran right into it. Nope. Next one. Nope. That last one is not so dumb. But for every 5 feet they go, they're gonna be trying to figure it out.
This boy gonna dash.
He's gonna dash.
So it's 50 feet. He has 10 feet left. 10,
No,
20.
no, it was 40.
Oh, I might have given him 1, 2 mini speed there, but whatever. It's alright. Alright, it's 40, so 4. It's like 4. It's like
5, because he was already in it when you started.
Yep.
You're good. Only that last one will matter. That one's still gonna push in too. At which point, that was their thing. They're both gone. I mean, I'm gonna save you time from rolling that many d4s.
All right. So this guy's 40 feet left. He gonna bark and go around it.
Yeah.
35 gets him there. 40. Anything you want to do with his last remaining 5 feet?
Nope. It's just gonna sit right there. Anaki's turn.
All right. Well, she will fly up, just squawking, and give our new ally the help action there.
Okay.
While attacking that wolf.
He kind of bashes across this wolf with a flourish of the sword. Attacks.
Double 20s! Oh my gosh.
Yo,
Whoa.
look at that though.
I see that.
With a flourish, kind of cuts up the pine needles and kicks up the dirt as it just decapitates the wolf and kicks it aside as it turns back.
Nice. Hey, can you hand me a flying stand? Thank you. Just to loot. I got him. Flying birds. Why not use them?
Alright, Elvin, it's your turn, my friend.
I'll give him another frostbite.
Okay.
14 con.
I've severely underestimated druids. It did make it though.
Spiky Boy's MVP.
Okay. Killian.
Killian will hit this one with Firebolt. Be a 20.
Got it.
9 damage.
Alright, let me delete all the magic items I had planned for y'all.
Nice wolf shot.
Let me just delete my campaign folder.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, welcome to playing with druids, man.
Yikes. Okay, well. Oh, yeah. Just get rid of the wolves here. Okay. Yeah, so again, it's making it through the spikes, trying to look. Your frost just is not finding purchase. But again, with the same side revealed to you, you almost just sight in on the already burned part and just hit it directly again, and just more fur is just immolating. Okay. It's their go.
I also think Elvin like winces every time one of them gets hurt by the spikes. He doesn't like killing
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
He's not taking anybody. I mean, I am, but Elvin's not.
They ain't dumb no more. They're gonna go 5, take 5 more, which will be 10 feet for them.
Yep.
And get out. I'm just gonna move them.
So 2d4 each there.
So that guy's 2. Nice. This guy 5.
So they've done 10 feet so far?
Done 10 feet. And it was 5, you said?
Yeah.
Or was it 20 feet?
Or would it have been 15? Because it doesn't cost it, or does it cost to get out too?
Well, but they did 1 in, so that would have been 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so 20 feet. Alright, yeah. So go ahead and move them.
No, I guess they could have gone there, right?
40. Yeah. Do they have a 50 base speed? They can get there.
Okay, perfect.
And I think he can get there too.
Is he trying to get to? He can get to wherever he wants to.
he'll get
Okay,
Okay. Alright, this one on you, Elbin.
Oh!
That's like the third 20 in a row, y'all!
It's a lot of Twinkies. I'm gonna zoom the battle cam in here since we've kind of whittled down just the number of models on the board.
Yep.
I threw away the wrong character sheet.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew, you take... Oh no, you take 18 damage, my dude. This, with half of it kind of burning and fur off, the other just all underneath is just cut almost in ribbons from these spikes. It is torn out. You kind of instinctively raise your arm and it bites down into your forearm and just rips skin down. It looks ferocious.
Yeah,
This
I was feeling pretty good.
Well, good. This one leaps almost as well, and you see an almost just incredibly dexterous movement of this knight pushing the head up. Kind of manages to spin around, and you see him wince at his own pain, but just a face of just pure determination.
Cool. I got you if you want.
Yeah, just put them kind of on the corners of these trees that they have.
These trees or the closer trees?
Yeah, closer trees.
Like here?
Yeah. And then on the other side too. They will have just gotten there, but I am going to give them each advantage on their perception checks because there's like 3 wolves that are just impaled over something they can't
They
fully
just
see.
tripped. There's some clumsy wolves.
That one does. Okay, so that front one over there does not know, but that took everything for them to get right there.
Got it.
But all but that one knows what's happening. They look similarly dressed in some ways. Clearly the insignia is different, but it looks like a slightly foreign way of seeing kind of metalwork done on armor. You're well traveled and you're like, I don't quite recognize that style.
But they look like professional soldiers?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. Okay. These were gone, so they didn't matter anyway. Anarchy.
I think she will second verse same as the first. Just swoop down, and I guess she'll kind of swoop to the ground and offer the help action to our allies. She'll go to the other side.
Gotcha. Alright. Your ally. Definitely hits with that. You see killing it a bit closer. You see, as this is all in a matter of moments where this one tried to leap and it lifted it up, spun, it now turns and slices just right up, and you can hear it almost going across the ribs, just of the long sword. As you see the face, this looks like a competent knight, but also looks a little primal. Like, the form is on point, but the look on his face, you recognize that look.
Gotcha.
And then he makes another attack. wisdom with it. Seeming to just ignore the fact that each time this swing, you see more blood dripping down from this wound. He's just kind of kicking and cutting, just
How's that guy looking? You okay?
I mean, pretty wrecked. It's definitely still up and fighting, but I mean, it's clearly very wounded. Just it started kind of moving its posture to almost saving its strength in between blows.
Okay. I guess I'll just. Oh man, I'm wrecked. And you have no healing.
Nope. I have 3 healing potions though.
Okay, I will primal savagery. Claw boy. I switched up my spells. So that's a spell attack. So I forgot how spell attacks work.
It's just your regular. So what's your wisdom? +4?
14.
Be a +6 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
16?
Absolutely hit.
1d10.
That's 12.
Just 12.
Says you.
Andrew just played D&D.
What's it called? 6.
Do you think it's just the claws, or do you think you have or do you think you bit?
I think it's just a flash of claws that retract after me.
You kind of slam your arm down, and I mean, it's already been just mangled from this wolf, and as you do, it seems like bones shoot into place that weren't there, just and you just scratch across its face, one eye going out. It's this, and it looks up.
Now I'll drink a potion.
Kill him.
I think Killian is going to crouch to one knee and put one hand on the earth to absorb power as he can and just shoot out 3 magic missiles. He's going to send 2 to this boy and 1 to that boy.
Okay.
And I guess I'm going to use the official rule of rolling 1d4.
Feels
So
weird.
here we go.
Feels weird. but
Feels
I get it.
weird. Okay. 4.
Pretty good.
4 per missile. So it'd be 8 and 4. And then, oh, go ahead.
As this one's kind of recovering, Elbin, you can hear bones pop as to just nothing hits. You'd only see the impact of something hitting him, just and the other one over here, as it's taking a beating, you manage to just slam kind of right down, and it seems dazed for a moment. And then go ahead.
I think he'll just then step forward and with his mirror images, just like try to taunt the wolf. Like I think he's gonna try to kind of kick it, not an attack kick. Like, as an interact, just kind of throw his foot out at it and kind of bare his teeth at it.
Sweet. That will have a benefit. I'm going to give it disadvantage on this attack.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that works.
I mean, it's fairly injured, and it has 3 humanoids, like...
Yeah.
So, it is attacking you, though, as you've primarily hurt it. So this is at disadvantage. What's your armor class?
16.
Oh, goodness. That's a D12. That's not my D20. It was right next to it.
There's your problem.
It missed, though, with that one, so it doesn't even matter.
God, Sean's played D&D before.
Yeah. This one is attacking your ally. Absolutely doesn't hit.
Nice.
In fact, it tries to come up. He tosses his shield down, and still with the sword in one hand, just kind of grabs and just...
Man. God, this wild man is.
Okay, let's start with the Senor Dum Dum.
Come on, guys! I have 10, 15, 20. I mean, that's basically as far as he can get.
Yep. So go ahead and do that. And, I mean, he's calling out as he's going, like, we knew you wouldn't escape. These are our woods.
4.
And then he has an action.
Probably wants to help that wolf. diagonally across the
Alright. Does have a heavy crossbow. And he's gonna fire at him, in fact.
At the,
It hits. Just a heavy crossbow. Never used
D10.
one. D10. Okay.
Oh.
As he's holding onto the wolf, you see a heavy crossbow bolt just, and he's like, that's that. All right. These other ones, I mean, also yeah, because he's just doesn't understand completely until he looks down and sees that there's just spikes that are like digging into his legs through his armor. Those ones are going to dash and get around.
That's 30. Gonna dash?
Mm-hmm.
Where to?
It will come. This one actually will come around here.
Yep.
And that one will come kind of the closest this way. Right there. Okay. Anarchy.
I think Anarchy will continue to offer the help action to our ally right there on the wolf.
Gotcha. Okay.
I hope someone's listening to us calling them wolves. You know? What are they?
Yep, they're saying it right. Nothing to see here.
Well, it's him. And he has advantage.
Oh, I would have had to make a con save.
Oh, gotcha.
Seems weird that that's concentration. I guess it makes sense. They're gonna...
Spike growth is gone.
So that guy would have had his damage back.
Okay.
That's okay, but you couldn't concentrate.
So he stops there. Man, he's distracted partially as he's stomping on parts of terrain that he doesn't quite understand, that he didn't see. But he still made that crossbow shot. You see your ally manage to kind of muscle in the hilt and then take the blade and just... and that wolf fall.
Nice.
And then he turns to this one here. And again, primally just, now shields down, just... hits. That one takes a severe kind of cut across, and your ally's like, you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have chased me at all. He's like, I'll get out of here. Elvin.
I will turn into a black bear.
Oh, thank you, Zombaby.
Babies, kids.
Zombaby's kids.
The old bear maneuver.
And actually, Elbin, this time you actually get a feel for the land here. It's not, though it's similar terrain, you're definitely sure it's not the Sword Coast as you kind of, for just a moment, close your eyes and time stops. And your consciousness digs into the dirt and just until you reach a river and there's a bear drinking out of it. And it looks up and you look up at the same time and you're changing into a bear.
That's my favorite description of wild shape.
Yeah.
That's an Andrew special. He came up with that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, man, that was
maybe
Yeah,
together.
definitely.
I know we talked about it.
Anything else you do besides that change?
That's all I can really do.
Okay. Killian.
Alright, man. Killian's going for it again. He's gonna subject himself to the pain and the strain of dragon breath. So just a throat swells. And he is actually going to choose acid this time instead of fire.
Okay.
And in the most profane way possible, he will spew acid on the two of them, because I don't think he can quite get a good without getting a bunch of opportunity attacks.
Gotcha.
So he will spew acid on that lot. So they need to make a dex save.
Alright, the blue will be the direwolf.
Okay. I'm a 16 now.
16.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I might just be a 15. So.
The direwolf made it in either case.
Okay, alright. So half for the wolf. 6.
How does that direwolf do,
Oh,
dude?
oh, just acid melting its fur and skin.
3 of you, all.
Tight. And then I think he'll move to here.
Gotcha.
That's me.
Let's see. There's no enemy 1. Alright. Each of these had a long sword out, and now they pull a short sword too.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so let's start right here. This one is going to attack you, Elvin. Okay, what is your armor class right now?
11.
Absolutely misses on the first one. Hits on the second. 4. You take 4 damage from a longsword, but as that's up, it tries to cut under with its short sword. And you're 11. Gotcha. You take 6 more damage. And both of you can see they are proficient. They're and they have the short sword turned the
So
opposite
it can be
way.
used somewhat defensively.
Yep.
And yeah, cool.
This one tries to do the same to you, and it.
Okay.
And what?
So
and
I roll for each attack just to see if you're attacking
Gotcha.
me or so you're attacking a mirror image right now.
Okay.
And you missed. So,
So
the mirror
that
image
nothing
stays.
happens.
So second attack,
Second attack.
you are attacking me.
Okay.
And you got me, but let me think. Nah, I'll have to take it.
Take it.
Yep.
Okay. You take 5 damage,
Okay.
and then a short sword's coming at you. So
Okay.
you'll roll one more time for me.
That is a mirror image. It's a 6 plus 1.
Okay.
And he's
Is that-
looking to beat a 12.
A 12.
Yeah. So if you hit a 12,
Hit a 12.
then one of the mirror images goes away.
All right. So as you fall back, it makes a short sword again, and it hits another one that just, in a mist, just kind of goes away, and he is like,
Cool. And it was 5 damage.
5 damage. That's correct.
Okay, and I think Dragon's Breath is concentration. I don't have it listed here. I'm gonna make the roll anyway, and then I'll check to see. Passed it, but I'm just gonna look.
Yeah.
Update my notes while you go on.
All right. This one is attacking your friend. Miss on the first one. On the second one, tries to make the short sword. Oh! Damn!
Yeah, it is concentration. So let me update this.
So your ally, you see, is locking kind of longsword to longsword, just ting, ting. And as he kind of parries the second time, you can see him wince from the pain of trying to push it off. And that's when this one pulls under with the short sword and just kind of right across.
Nice.
Oh wait, there's one more. Comes up here too. That one does not hit. Does not hit, and the short sword does hit. You see again. He's now kind of pushing the other sword away, parrying again, but the short swords are just kind of coming too low as he's parrying high. He's taking cuts, but you also see he does not seem to be slowing down. He's just...
Cool. Alright, notes updated.
It is Anarchy.
Alright, she will swoop around, just squawking, squealing, and give the help action. Right there.
Gotcha. To which dude?
To the one right in front of him.
Right in front. Got it. Okay. Like, almost kind of pushing himself back up. He goes to attack the one right in the front. That's it. Attacks again. Oh yeah, he did have advantage. So get that. That could have been better. But as he's there, he seems to somehow pull something up, and he does the exact same thing again with 2 attacks in a quick motion. Alright, both.
Good damage.
We are definitely.
They are like kind of jeering and smiling. And you can see he's got just his own blood just kind of drained down his own neck too, and he just helping.
Did we get a rest after?
You would have had a short rest, but you did not have a long rest.
I will spirit totem my bear for a moment. Go short rest. So, I guess that'd be 9 temporary hit points now. I'll go to a short rest. And then I will attack this guy.
Okay.
So with the right, the 15?
15. Afraid that does not do a minor.
And close.
I'm afraid not, dudes.
Bummer, man. Alright, I think Killian will exhale another acid breath, and he's gonna go this way, because basically it goes like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't quite get Anarchy for the 15
Gotcha.
foot cone. So it'll get these 2 guys.
Okay. Acid again.
Acid again, and dex saves.
Alright, here's for the one kind of closer to you. Makes it, and the one past that also makes it.
Dang. Come on, y'all. God. Oh, terrible damage. 3 damage each.
Okay. They seem to see it out of the 2 of you, and both start kind of dodging.
There's
and
3 total. There's me plus 2 more images.
Oh, and plus 2 more, so
Yep,
3
yep.
more. So they almost, you see, start using their swords almost like fan shields, where they seem pretty skillful, where they're just like, and I mean, still they're getting hit, but they manage to kind of push off most of the spray.
Awesome.
Sorry. Is there go. I'm gonna start with this one over here on you. And you're at 12, 11?
11. Man, would you stop?
Nah, let's take it. You're in bear form. You're fine.
Yeah.
We got this
Yeah.
sweet roll from Zombie, but let's hold on to
Thanks,
it.
zombie. You take 13
I was
damage.
banking on Sean not rolling that bad for crits.
And then a short sword attack. Gets you. That one will just be 4, 6 more.
Normal.
Even including your temporary hit points? Yeah, okay. Ouch. You should be fine.
Okay. This one is going to attack you.
Okay. So first attack is, and I'm now, that's a mirror image.
Mirror image.
And it
Hits.
does go away.
Attacking again.
Yep. A mirror image. last mirror image.
Misses.
Okay.
And then one more time.
Attack. So I need an 11 or higher now. So the mirror image
Missed.
and misses. Still got the 1.
Just 2.
Mirror image, man.
Dude,
It's
it's
a good
I think it's
spell.
one of the best. Because it's not concentration. Is
Yeah,
the
it's
big
not
thing.
constant. So you can have that and mage armor.
Mhm.
Be pretty defensive. I love it, for one.
I think you can cast that and blur.
Oh, yeah, you probably
So
can.
you just be like...
What is blur concentration?
I think blur is.
Blur is, but that means you can have both active. Yeah, you're right, it is.
Okay. This one will start with this. 2 first. Yikes.
Cut it out.
Again, just digs in.
So you're looking
along
pretty
sort
rough.
of- He's starting to look. He's starting to look rough. Actually, I forgot about that. So that he's still got, I think, a couple left actually, which I need right now. Okay, so some of that carried through. So you see the kind of mist of the bear spirit taking most of those, almost like they're hitting this illusory fur, and then finally a short sword kind of digs in and he's
What about a 27 mine hit points? Well, 36 if you count Anarchy getting.
Yeah, yeah. It's fantastic.
Alright. How many 20s have I rolled?
Dude, so many 20s.
Fine.
I'm retiring this one for the night, yo.
Who's that on?
That's on him.
Yeah, we don't care about it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna burn our zombie
I
die.
don't even know his name.
One more. Also hits. I will say these two over here are looking rough.
Okay.
The two next to you, not so much. Again, it's these short swords that seem to be kind of getting them. They're smart too. As they're doing it, they don't always hit the chest. They'll go for the legs and just kind of cut across the top of the thigh, so he's Anarchy.
Alright, she will switch to this one and offer the help action.
Okay. Alright. Here is his first attack. Hits. Does it?
Nice.
You see him as they kind of cut and are starting to surround him, that as he kind of goes down, part of it is a feint, and he turns the sword, digs it in, and you can see him pull the shoulder of this one all the way and whisper something in his ear that you just can't quite hear, and push him off and turn to the other one.
Cool.
Hits. And then immediately, as the other one's kind of as he pulls it out, it's a swing and a slash across the other one. Yep, you guys got it. Elbow.
I'll do another swipey boy.
Primal Savagery?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Get him.
I think God, I keep throwing away the wrong thing.
Get it together, Andrew.
I will not get it together. 16.
Yeah, absolutely hits. That's exactly what you needed. Okay, you do the same. You kind of push off this time and again kind of pull down these extra bones that almost just seem surreal as they make claws and claw. He's knocks him off his balance for a moment.
Cool.
Kill him.
Alright, man. I am going to breathe fire, or acid rather, on the same 2 again.
Gotcha.
7 turns left on that, and 2 turns, I think, left on Mirror Image. So I will need dex saves out of both of those fellers. This time I'm going to roll better than 6 damage. Because
they both
fail. So come on, this is the turn to roll hot. Hot. 10. A little bit of an improvement there.
Yeah, so the one kind of right next to you takes a good brunt, and he was fairly healthy before that, but you can see the armor starting, like chains starting to kind of break on the breastplate.
Cool.
The other one is so engaged in the fight with your ally, though, that it takes all down the back, and you can see it just kind of sizzling. He sees, looks a little bit rougher.
Nice.
Anything else from
Nope, that's it.
Okay. This one here is going to try to continue to attack you, Elvin. I think it gets you. Unless you guys want to reroll. Alright, well, let's do that. You take 8 damage. Here's the second attack from it. Misses. And his short sword attack also misses. So you take 1, and the next 2 are kind of just blocking and moving backward. And it's also, starting to... It still has these giant, kind of still searing claw marks. This one's going to try to attack you, so...
Alright.
Roll for me.
That would be me.
Okay.
And... yeah, I'm just gonna take it.
Take it? Okay. Take 3 damage, so
Nice.
pretty good one.
Okay, hold on. Let
to
me
do.
roll concentration for my fire breath, or dragon breath. It is gone. Well, actually, what do I have? Because I am a +2. Gives me 6. I can't quite get there, so I'll let it go.
Okay.
Fire or dragon
Did we
breath
do
is
the
gone.
inspiration choice?
Oh, y'all can do that if you want. You can give each other an inspiration right now, so I'm sure you want to.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Boy, inspiration. I won't use it for that. I'll let the spell go. So this is attack number 2.
Attack number 2.
Oh, thank you. And it will be my mirror image,
Okay.
which it does dispel. So that spell is now gone as well. That saved me from quite a lot of hits, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love mirror image.
It cuts it off, and then with the short sword tries to come in, so found you. Misses though. You can tell me how you. I think you deflected, man. After that
yeah.
little jeer, how do you?
I think it's just like a wave, like a pulse of energy, almost like a really powerful gust of wind that knocks the blade away and leaves it kind of rippling with some like almost electricity on it.
I think the jeer in the battle, you felt it. You saw the blade come in, and exactly it just.
Yeah.
Do you see a small look of fear in its eyes for a moment?
Oh, I mean, I think he would be staring at it at
Just-
him now. Yeah.
Anarchy.
Same deal, man. Yeah, she would take attacks of opportunity. So she'll just chill. Yeah, she'll chill and continue giving him the help action.
We'll use this for Frigate Buddy. That doesn't do it though, actually, on that first one.
It's alright.
So,
Win some, lose
that
some.
blue die doesn't want to help y'all.
No, it does not.
So here's the second attack. I serve the GM. I served your death. That's enough. You see, as the acid is kind of burning down this one's back, it drops one sword and is trying to fight defensively. And again, you see, this time with all the cuts, your ally cut the inside of each of the legs so it starts to fall, and then again just decapitate in an almost barbaric fashion as it just and it turns to the other ones as he is so wounded, just nice. And he moves to right here. Actually, no, he would move to right here.
Wait, I had temporary hit points.
That was the
Good.
second attack, yeah. So that was that. Okay, Elvin.
How's this guy looking?
Both of the 2 that are left look, they're still looking pretty good. I mean, they're definitely hurt, but they're still looking pretty fighting fit.
Throwing a dart would be a disadvantage, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure. Do something. That's good.
Yeah, man.
Look at me go. I will Primal Savagery.
I won't.
Nice little pet. clawing that boy again.
Afraid that won't do it, my dude.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm fine. I've got temporary hit points. I'm above my max hit points with your temp.
I'm gonna drink my last potion, just because that guy swinging 3 times kind of scares me. No way to get back up. These potions. That's me.
Nice.
All right. I will, while still glaring at the one in front, just put his palms together and unleash 3 magic missiles just right into him.
Hell yeah.
Come on, big 4. Big 4! Ooh, 6 damage. That's what I hate. It's swingy.
Yeah.
Rolling just
Could
the
be
one.
amazing. Could
You
be
could be
terrible,
either,
could be-
you know, but whereas with 3, it's kind of, you get a bell curve. So there you go, 6 damage.
3 just kind of slam right into him, and again he's looking afraid. And your ally's like, ha! Well done, little brother. Anything else?
Do you know who it is?
No.
I'm trying to figure it out. No, that's it.
Okay. Oh, let's do you first. This one's going to attack you. Hits you. Okay. You take 4 damage. Misses you.
Yay!
One more. What is 16? Misses.
Nice.
So one lands, and now you're kind of just parrying, and you're starting to move in your dodges much like an animal. You're just like you've somehow gained what it feels like, some almost like extra joints to move around. Okay. It is. This one is going to attack your ally first.
Okay.
Actually, there was no reason I needed to roll 2 dice, but it missed anyway.
Yep.
The next one is going to try to come to you.
Okay.
With a long sword. What was your armor class?
I have a 15.
Oh, yeah, no. Alright, and then I think the last one will go back to your ally with the short sword. Misses. It's trying to now, between you, just ting, 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 ting. My bad.
That's alright. Make sure it wasn't knocked off.
Cool. Okay, Anarchy.
She will now swoop down on the one that is attacking me and offer her assistance there.
Gotcha. Alright. Here comes your ally. Attacking at advantage.
She's assisting me.
Oh, assisting you.
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just re-roll. Actually, I don't know.
I don't think either one was a hit, right?
Because what, there's 16. Yeah. Did not hit. Okay, so that was the first one. Here's the second. That does hit. Okay. In front of you. Again, as it's kind of turning to you, you can see your ally almost kind of spin it around so that your enemy's eyes are in front of you, and then you just see a sword kind of go through, and it fall, and just, and he nods at you and turns.
Nice.
Now it's looking almost like he's having fun. Good old Bigby.
Thank the gods for Bigby.
I'm just gonna keep on clawing. Desperately.
Claw on, my dude.
That's gonna be it.
Okay. Kill him.
Killian will shocking grasp this dude. I'm just gonna let it ride.
Okay.
He misses.
I'm gonna give this one a roll now. So it'll be 1, 2, ally, 2, 3,
Or 3,
no,
4.
sorry, 3, 4, and you'll be 5, 6.
Yep.
It'll be you.
Yep, taking that.
Taking it?
Yep.
Okay. You take 3 damage. You know how to pick them, my dude.
I know.
Alright, here's the second time. It'll be on you, Elvin. That misses you, right? Yeah. So it does one, swings around, tries to hit you, and I'm just for flavor's sake gonna say the third one's on the ally as it's going that way. That does it. But with the short sword, manages to kind of turn and stab in now to the chest. And he, in pain, just pushes it out and was like, Anarchy.
She will fly right here and give me advantage.
Got it.
Assist.
This one's still looking pretty good right at the moment. Alright, your ally misses. Second attack also misses. This one seems to primarily be a little afraid of your ally and blocking, and at this point your ally is bleeding fairly profusely with, just riddled with wounds, and you can't quite get it, but he's also still like laughing in between his coughs. Elvin.
Mo slashing. 14 didn't do it.
Say no, my dude.
Alright.
That's bite growth.
Yeah.
Destroyed half the playing field, so
Did you
y'all
roll
are
wolves at
good.
some point? I didn't see any, but
Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like you got the models out. I'll shock and grasp this guy. 15? Ooh.
Say no.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that, because I'm trying to get some distance. 15?
you got it. How does he do that?
That's me.
Let's see. I'm gonna do the same as before. It will be attacking your ally with this. Attacking. Killing.
No, let it ride.
Let it ride?
Yep.
Okay. You take 4 damage. Alright, we're gonna do the same again. Killing again. Missed. Anarchy. Doing the same.
Doing the same. Giving me advantage. Actually, she'll give the ally advantage.
Gotcha. Alright, here's. That's a hit.
Good hit. Are his shoulders tired from carrying us?
Y'all have wrecked. He just now, as Anarchy is flapping around the head, he seems to get exactly in tune with what she's doing and waits. Pauses for just a moment and then strikes. And then tries to do the same as he comes back up and can't quite connect as the other one manages to get the short sword in the way. Elvin.
I'm frustrated with the claws. I'm gonna pull out my scimitar. Also be unsuccessful.
Just the gleam kind of alerts a clearly veteran soldier that's able to somewhat turn. It is fighting proudly to the end, just as it is surrounded by all of you.
Alright, let's try this shocking grasp thing once again. Oh my god. We have missed 3 turns in a row. That's me.
Looking around and weighing it, he drops the sword. He's like, I surrender. I surrender.
realize what this man has done. That you would ride him down with wolves.
He's an infant. And as soon as you hear that, he gets a kick in the chest. And you see this knight just take the head off. And stand over the body. You shouldn't have killed my father. Turns to go to the tree and looks like, my friends, thank you for your help. Cut off from my army.
Where are we? What army? What's your name?
This place had one name, but it'll be renamed before long. But you have my thanks. I am Stradvan Zarovich. We're gonna take a break, y'all.
Nah, man.
Hey everyone, Steven from Castle Mac here. Wanted to take a moment to play this video over the break so that we wouldn't eat up time when we come back, so that we can get right back into the role-playing that we think you're here for. Wanted to sincerely thank you for being here. It truly means the world for us, really, you guys. We're overwhelmed by the support that we receive from you all, so truly, thank you. Let's get some administrative stuff out of the way. As you may or may not know, you can find us on YouTube. There's a link right down below, below the video. We've got all kinds of links down there. Or you can find us at youtube.com/c/CastleMac, or searching for Castle Mac will pull it up. I do my best to get all the videos up within 24 hours of their live stream, so there shouldn't be much of a delay. Usually I'm faster than that, sometimes just a little bit behind, but every back episode is there, so you can go check them out. Finally, you can find us all on Twitter. That's pretty much where we mostly hang out in the social media world. All of our Twitter handles are visible within the player tags, although we're pretty easy to find. Just do the @CastleMac and it'll fill out with the 6 of us. So give everybody a follow and let's talk D&D. It's pretty much all we want to do all the time. Another link down below you'll see is our Bandcamp. All of our music is completely original. This is done by Castle Mac Andrew, and he's done just a phenomenal job. You can go listen to those tracks individually at our Bandcamp link. You can also purchase the album if you'd like to show him some support. He's got more stuff in the pipe, and it's going to be just fantastic. Finally, we do have a podcast. Speaking of audio, you can find us on iTunes under Castle Mac and other places that good podcasts are found. We're a little bit behind right now, but we're going to be caught up and have all the episodes for your audio pleasure. Finally, our Discord. The link is down below. Again, this has probably been the biggest hit with us. We love it so much. Lots of people come and hang out. We've made tons of good friends, lots of new friendships forged there. It's just fantastic. It's a really good community, so we invite all of you to come join us and have a good time. A lot of times after shows, we will hang out in the Discord voice chat, so you guys can come and we can all just kind of hang out a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Finally, let's talk about Divine Inspiration. As you've probably seen by now, every 500 bits or subscription equivalent earns our players a divine reroll. We think this is a really fun way of letting the viewers sort of act like they're the gods of the realm. They can subtly guide the actions of the players, whether it's, guiding an arrow or moving a shield over just a hair. So we really appreciate that. That is the immediate tangible benefit, but do want to talk about, what we do with those bits. We reinvest absolutely every dime we make into the stream, and you can look back at some of our older YouTube videos and see in a very short time we've come a long way. We really use that to pay for art. We've done tons of artist commissions, from overlays to character artwork, and we will continue to do so. We think artists make this community incredibly vibrant and bring visuals to life. I don't think any of this works without some of the wonderful art that people have done, and also equipment. As you probably know by now, if you spent any time with us, we have been making huge improvements to our audio, and that is really our #1 focus right now. So we are saving up for a comprehensive audio equipment overhaul. Both Andrew and I have some background in recording, and we are really hoping to make that leaps and bounds better than what it is right now. We're really making do. It's challenging to mic a room full of people with broad dynamics, from whispers to shouts when people roll 20s. So we are being very thoughtful, and we're really focused on making that as absolutely amazing as we possibly can. And so you all are helping us with that. Every time you donate even a single bit, we really, truly appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to the break. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thank you again for being here. It honestly means the world to us. So we'll see you soon.
Hey, thanks for sticking around, y'all. Welcome back with our heroes in what is currently known as Darkon, but will probably in short order be known later as Barovia. They have just...
I had no idea. That was tight.
They have just saved and stood by a young noble in the woods who attempted to let them leave and said he would cover their retreat, but they now have the thanks of Strahd von Zarovich. So, we pick back up. You guys are taking a short rest, I assume.
Yes,
Okay.
most def.
He's kind of nursing his wounds. He drinks a healing potion of his own.
Actually, I'm gonna spin my hit die real quick.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Just whilst we rest. Look at that. Back up to full. And I guess an arcane recovery. Take back a level 2 slot because I was out. Just in case.
It does say while you're there, these woods are still not safe. We should walk as we talk, I hope.
Where are these woods exactly?
These are the southeast woods. You came out of the mist. You're not from here. This place is called Darkon now, but it won't be for long.
I imagine Killian has no idea.
No.
Won't be for long.
My armies have already conquered most of my enemies. I should name it after my father. They killed him. Barovia shall be its name.
I've never heard of Darkon, but well, we've traveled far.
I should say so. What are your names?
Killian.
Elvin?
He does a polite, but to the best of his abilities, he's still fairly wounded. He's like, are you lords from where you come from?
Not exactly. We're adventurers. I don't know how best to put it. We do things that others won't, I suppose.
Tell me, how is it you managed to come out of the mist?
Well, we were in the Fae. And in leaving, we were taken here instead of our intended destination, unfortunately.
I know nothing of the Fae, but children's stories of fairies. Is it like that?
Something like that. That's another realm.
Huh. Other realms that you can't reach by land or sea, I suppose you mean.
That's right. And when we exited, well, quite frankly, we might be somewhere else in time entirely. Or somewhere else on the other side of the world. I couldn't say. Perhaps if you've got some maps we can take a look at. Maybe something will look familiar.
Mine are a bit drawn on. I mean, he folds out a clearly worn map, and you see it, but it also is check marked with troop movements and things like X's on what's fallen. And he's like, we are here You see that you're within these woods and that you're going to be coming up upon a river at some point.
It doesn't look familiar to me.
Not much wood where we are, anyway.
Do you still feel the jungle?
I don't know.
You feel oddly cut off. The woods here, are still speaking to you. They feel, in fact, kind of regularly like evergreen woods that you would know. They have a particular voice to them as they kind of blow through the wind. You are certainly connected here. And in fact, you feel something also fairly strange in a distant sense somewhere here. It's not like the rot by any means, but it's something deep. Are you a magician, a wizard?
That's right.
And what are you? You managed to change the world around you, nature itself.
I'm a druid.
Ah, druid. We've consulted a few. You should see the Gulthias tree. It's in the north. Massive, beautiful leaves that reach to the sun that you couldn't imagine.
Does sound quite nice.
And even as he kind of gives direction, you can sense that you're like, that's something that you can feel kind of immediately.
Tight. How far did you say your armies were?
My armies, I don't know. We were cut off. I was with a small band. My scouts killed most of them and cut them off. A few of the outriders should have made it back, though. We're going closer to the pools. That's where I'm building my castle.
What are you fighting for?
What everybody fights for. Glory. Revenge. Partly we've been at war with these people for as long as I remember. And they struck a blow to my family. Therefore, the war has changed, and I shall conquer this land.
I'm sorry for your family.
Thank you.
I suppose done your share of taking family away, haven't you?
Fair point. Not something I relish, but that's what it means to be an officer. That's what it means to command an army.
Always found it unfortunate.
I've been fortunate too, but the blood we shed ultimately helped build something new. I like to think. A piece of order. Just order.
That makes sense. How long have you been fighting for this land here?
All my life, in a way. This current campaign, 15 years, should be coming to a close shortly. He looks like he's about in his 40s.
I'm afraid that we showed up in the middle of all of this, I suppose. To be quite honest, my head's spinning a bit with just how we're gonna make it back.
Well,
Music down for my Devin said it's pretty loud.
well, if it's possible for you to open up these doorways in the mist, you could stay. I could use that to, in fact, perhaps stem the loss of life if I could just get exactly where I need to, when I need to.
I'm afraid that's power that's mostly beyond me.
Tragic. Well, I should offer that both of you could stay. I could make you lords.
Well, at least for a time. There's nothing else we can... I don't think we have any other choice.
Sure, I won't kill for you. That's what you're asking. In the name of order.
I suppose I don't know what else there's really to kill for besides order. A just order. You have so much power. I hope wherever you're from, you're putting it to good use. Even if you won't do it here. But then again, you already have.
That's right.
You're starting to come out of the woods at this point, and you can see you've come in. There's a small camp of wagons near a kind of pool area, and up onto a large edifice, you see a castle being constructed. There's already a few turrets that are kind of up, and like the kind of main foundation is laid, and you can see. I mean, you could hear it before you got out of the woods of just a lot of work being built.
Tight.
He's like, that should be my castle there. The castle in this land. My family has another one back in another part of Darkon.
That is a beautiful castle. It's quite impressive.
I should think so. I'm going to name it after my mother. How could you look at that and have it named after you and not appreciate it?
I suppose that's... what's your mother's name?
Ravenia. So it should be named Ravenloft. I shall give her one of the turrets just for herself. That one, up there. I mean, he's pointing. It's like in there you can see the gate. He looks proud.
I think Killian would be at least pretty impressed.
It's a large castle. I think probably only rivaled by things that you've seen before, but
Yeah.
this style is not one that you've seen. It's a completely different architecture.
Right. I mean, Killian is lawful good, so I think he is sort of like, even while Elvin's like, yeah, we're killing, I think Killian's like, yeah, we wouldn't do that though. Yeah, but for real though. I think he's at least not all that put off by it. Like, he gets military campaigns, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Based on his own past.
For sure. I think so.
Well, that is an impressive castle. One of the finest I've ever seen. I've seen a lot.
Have you?
We're travelers, where we're from.
You guys are starting to kind of enter where the camp is. People are kind of around, and they look very much like kind of Roma. They've got very coppery skin. They're celebrating. They all see you, and a lot of them kind of gather around, but nobody interrupts you right now. In fact, as you kind of stride right into the camp, and Strahd takes a seat on one of the stools and has you both sit down.
Killian would feed a little bit of rations to Anarchy.
And two people come over. Wine for you, my count. And your friends.
I will have some. Thank you.
The wine here is fantastic. Please. Thank you. It's like, of course, my lord. Come back over and they have wine. They also bring a small tea, just in case, a couple different cakes, and step off. And you can hear now, like, some music kind of playing in the back, and people are dancing. As you look around, people look like they're having a good time. He's like, so, you're from another place. You travel, helping where you can.
For pay, generally.
For pay.
Killian likes the pay.
And what do you like, Master Elvin?
To help others in need. Stop those who are harming others needlessly.
I understand. Wanton death should be avoided at all cost. But then who's to judge what is needless? I suppose it depends, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. What do you suppose your opponent says he goes for?
What was that?
What do you suppose your enemies say that they kill for? Glory and order?
Order, no. Glory, maybe. I respect them. They are well trained, as you saw. Those are just some of the soldiers. Those aren't even their heroes.
Indeed.
So
We're competent.
they've trained the wolves. Having an army of wolves is an impressive feat. Kind of looks around. Well, when you get back, what are you hoping to do?
We've got some larger mission of Elbin's. It's a bit complicated to explain, but far-reaching.
Impressive.
As he said, hard to explain, but there's a sickness in the jungle where we came from, and I feel its source, and we were tracking it. Got sidetracked, you could say.
Never seen a jungle before. My tutor had many books written about it. I thought it was interesting. Different growth, wild heat.
The heat is difficult to explain without experiencing. It's impressive.
It's a fantastical stories you've told me. I suppose I'm glad that you saved my life. Very entertained. Travelers, strangers, always entertaining, are they not?
I suppose so. Well, thank you for the hospitality.
I mean, it's the least I could do. Anarchy starts, like, suddenly almost kind of starts looking. It's like, starts pecking at yours.
Alright, I think he would focus on her, like close his eyes to have that telepathic link.
You just kind of immediately, like, in a small little kind of war again, and you can see where she's looking that across the pools, you see a mist starting to stretch out and open up.
Right, I think you would... What's that exactly? Is that just weather? Is that normal?
That's what it looked like when you came here. You think that's another one of your gates?
I know nothing about them, if I'm being honest. Elbin?
Actually, Elbin, yeah, as it opens up, the same way that Anarchy felt it, you're like, that's Fey energy, just kind of emanating from it.
Yeah.
So you feel confident.
They gotta stand up and kind of look closer at him. I believe it's another portal to somewhere in the Fae.
Well, either someone's coming here, or it's opening up for us to leave.
Well, if you're sure you're not going to stay, I suppose we should make haste.
Let's go and at least investigate. If we don't return, thank you for your hospitality.
I'll walk you there.
Wonderful.
As he's going, he starts kind of inscribing something small. You see him as he's walking, and he doesn't, kind of holds on to something. As you get there, you can see the kind of warbling energy on the inside that looks almost like a mirror, and the mist spreading out. It looks exactly like the one that you kind of came through in the Fae.
Well, this does look like it might be where we're meant to go.
He takes a step far closer to the portal, and kind of, just looks at the mist in his hand, makes a clench, and he's like, I have half a mind to join you, but I have things to finish here. These are for you. Gives you each a scores. Should you ever make it back, you need something from me. Stradvan Zarovich doesn't forget.
Thank you. I think Killian would extend the,
He does, and he does too. And I mean, as, you kind of look at him, you can see the level, one, he's gathering strength, the level of charisma, just that he has, you're like, that is a born leader, that is a noble, through and through, without doubt.
Right.
But he seems genuine in his gratitude. He's like, Elbin? Thank you. I hope you'll come and visit again if you ever figure out how to make this thing work.
I'd like to. Indeed, I would.
Maybe if we can get some wizards in here, I'll see if we can open them up. I'd like more guests at some point.
I'm sure you'll have them. With such a lovely castle as that.
Thank you. Goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Thank you. You as well. Stay safe, and don't let anything get in the way of your goals, whatever they may be. Everything else is immaterial.
Well, thank you again.
Just step back. You gotta step
Through
through.
we go.
As you step through, you spare a look back, and you can see it, and for a moment, the energy goes, and you can see the castle rebuilt, but you see the night sky, and you see wolves prowling on the fields. As you empty out, you are in a place that for a moment makes no sense. There are klaxons going off, just and a strange, almost metallic, cog-like voice. But for whatever reason, even though foreign, there's an absolute order to it that you hear. The archive is opening. Prisoners escaping. And before you are rows and rows of different boxes. Some look like cells, some look like almost like energy shield, like stasis chambers. And you see things breaking out, and you see strange things that look like boxes with mouths and eyes that are all clockwork, that are like noise. They are escaping, and they start firing. And these strange, bloodless little wizards are now having a war with a prison break. We're gonna take another quick break for this.
Hey y'all, thank you for sticking it out with us for this episode. This is something we're trying out. We're going to have some videos to play during the breaks where we are going to discuss some Castle Mac lore. We make a lot of references to it in our former games, and we've had a lot of people kind of ask us for a little bit of context. So this first video, we're going to talk about the first campaign we ever played, which was the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. A lot of those characters get referenced all the time in what we call the Forgotten Realms, sort of our world. Sean, you want to tell us who was playing who and what we were up to?
This is a good one to reference. It's not extreme. Biggest kind of epic event that's taken place that has now shaped our version of the Stardust. So player-wise, we had Lydia, Raven, myself, and we had our friend Jeff playing. Those were the players. Steven was the DM. We started, we had Tifa who played Nith, who was Nithbis, played by Raven.
So you hear Nithbis referenced a lot throughout our other games. She currently, as of today, when we're recording, we're on episode 7 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. She runs, essentially established a town called Golden Leaf just outside of Neverwinter that kind of caters to adventurers. After seeing what adventurers were able to do in the world, she kind of fosters that. So she's referenced quite a bit, and she's sort of leading the charge against the growing threat of Tiamat's return. She's sort of heading up the research and planning for what they're going to do about that.
And then Ennis, who Lydia plays, is the High Matron of the Church of Amalur. She started out just as a level 1 cleric.
Level 1 High Elf cleric.
She has ascended, and now that we're currently in Waterdeep, the Church of Amalur, certainly post the events, Amalur has become a major name in the pantheon of gods. It's kind of moved from the margin to the center due to Ennis. So, and the Church of Amalur has been rebuilt.
Yeah, the Church of Amalur in our events was destroyed. The one in Waterdeep was destroyed in a huge, basically, battle that took place inside the city, but was rebuilt kind of to her specifications. She's now, the High Matron of this church that became very popular, basically because she was one of the heroes that slew Tiamat.
So with that we have Nithbis, which is the kind of leader of the arcane and natural magic, Ennis, which is kind of the divine magic, so kind of that we have. Jeff's Salos was kind of a well-known pirate trying to turn his life around, and went back and forth. Was good, then got afraid of being good, so went back to disappearing until he was actually ultimately killed when the Church of Amalur was destroyed. But in another video, we'll talk about how we went to hell to get it back.
He was killed. He is back now, so he's referenced in our first episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and occasionally pops up elsewhere as well. Actually, our very first stream ever was the story of them going to hell to recover his soul. I think that's on our YouTube, but it might not even be. It might be on my personal YouTube. So if you're interested, hit me up. It's rough around the edges, but it was fun.
It was the test run, the weekend test run.
I'll introduce this character, so you don't have to talk about yourself. Sean here played everyone's favorite Goliath barbarian, Kothai, a.k.a. Brimskir, a.k.a. the rock upon which the wave breaks.
Many other names.
Yep. And sweet boy Kothai joined the party somewhat late after a couple other of Sean's characters, which we don't talk about anymore. So Kothai, he's one of my favorite characters because we used him to establish lore about the giants in that guy. So they were sort of Viking-centric, right?
Steven definitely made it, and I think made a decision, a creative decision, that the giants that we interacted with in Horde of the Dragon Queen and Oldeville ultimately were good. I mean, they had their own issues with helping out and why they wanted to help, but at least Oldeville Giants of Frost and kind of Cloud Giant clan ultimately is good and helped out throughout. The rest of the giants, the Ordning may or may not be there, but this particular set of giants was just kind of Viking noble conquerors.
Yeah, they were fun. That was a fun sesh. So I think that kind of wraps up for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Certainly certain events are referenced there, but I think that, Sean touched on this earlier. The point of that campaign is that war with Tiamat was wide-reaching. It wasn't just some heroes showed up to fight her. It took all of the resources on the Sword Coast. It took an alliance with the Metallic Dragons, who made off with a considerable amount of wealth, which kind of plunged the Sword Coast into some pretty dark times for the preceding years.
So just a bullet point. The heroes entered. They got wrapped up in the cult. They were soon asked to continue to go through a caravan. They've taken the fight. They obtained some of the things they needed to help stop Tiamat from returning. Ultimately got the help of the giants, returned to Waterdeep, had the church destroyed, and then in the end managed to unite both grabbing the Metallic Dragons. Kind of their voice spoke out and uplifted, in fact, Neverember himself on the council to have the armies march. And then once the armies marched, there was a huge battle engulfed the Web of Dragons.
And in that time, I think it's important to note that the Skyreach, which is the flying castle that was owned by the giants of Oldeville, was destroyed. So if people are curious about what the other characters are up to, we talk about Nithris and Innis. Kothai is now seeking to rebuild Skyreach.
He only has one piece missing at this point. But yes, they nobly sacrificed themselves by crashing Skyreach into the final battle. So,
That was fun.
That was incredible. But Tiamat was stopped. But in later videos and some other things, you'll find out that Tiamat was
Alright, I think that was a good summary. I know some of you guys have asked about some of our lore. We'll continue to do these and play them on the break so that people can kind of catch up, get some additional context. Alright, thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Hey y'all, we're back with another installment of Mac Lore 1997.
It's Mac-Lore 1997.
That's the title. And today we're going to talk about I've been watching this multiple days. This is a disaster. But we're going to keep rolling. That's what we do. I'm going to talk about our Princes of the Apocalypse campaign. And if you're watching this on YouTube or catching up, Princes of the Apocalypse rolls into Castle Knack versus Elemental Evil because, my man killed us all. Party wipe. That was great.
They killed themselves.
Yeah, we kind of did. I mean, if you watch it, there were some points that you were like, you could have saved it. Why don't you give us a setup?
Okay, so Princes of the Apocalypse, newly published remake of Temple of Elemental Evil. It started out, and we had maybe it takes place after our original campaign with the Dragon Queen, about a year and a half difference. Actually, no, I think it was about 2 years. Year and a half to 2.
Yeah, it was about a year and a half.
Year and a half to 2. So the Sword Coast is devastated. But adventurers were needed. And so we had lovely characters. I'll start with this and see what you can see. So his character of Broderick Rhinewall, an old non-commissioned officer who was a bard but had no vicious mockery or anything like that. That was far past his prime and looking for a good time. Lived his life with his family and needed a little bit to lead the other two a bit.
Yeah, he was a fun character. And then, of course, Andrew played Heinrich, who was a cleric / potentially avatar of Tempest, which was a lot of fun to explore. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Lydia came in and played Adara, who was a fire genasi. Didn't get to explore a lot of her story because she died. And then our friend Jeff played for a little while there at the beginning as, oh gosh, I get the two of them. Yeah, Nas, because Nal was Andrew.
Yeah.
Anyways. And he was like an assassin wizard, had been trained to be this assassin and had kind of broken away from it. So anyway, so that campaign, like Sean said, was a year and a half after the rise of Tiamat, and I think in our kind of head, it was a lot of the scattered cultists
That was
looking for a cause.
the question. Like, arcane knowledge, they were part of a cult that clearly got destroyed, and I think the prophets of elemental evil.
Little coffee grindage.
Yeah.
You guys got the coffee grindage?
Were
That's canon.
recruiting. But the big thing, they saved a small town called Red Larch.
Yep.
They went into the ruins of Tyar Basil, which was this dwarven city, and then something beneath that, the Fane of the Eye. The characters fought a number of dungeons throughout there. They were able to get one of the elemental weapons, the legendary, and they ended up calling Nithbis's help when Adara didn't want to give it up, kind of Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah. Windvane, right? Is that the one?
That was right. Man, just Kramered it.
Hey guys, we're doing D&D. I want Andrew to come Kramering through the brick.
Thanks for hanging in. So, after leaving young Strahd, the rapper,
Nice.
Young Strati.
Little Strati.
Like a mad
we
wolves.
have now entered the place of absolute order, Mechanus, in what is clearly their archive. As our heroes heard the klaxons and that the archive was coming undone and the prisoners were escaping, that is what you hear, and you are at the turn of a long hallway, and you can hear things. Sound like pneumatic doors, which you have never known, but just...
Nice.
You can hear roars, clearly spells being cast, and you hear a ton of what sounds like arrows going, but they sound too fast. Like, it'd be like if a crossbow just could fire rapidly, so just... And you hear cogs all around you, and as you look up, it looks like you're on the inside of a clock. Just cogs, just... and smaller cogs within there.
I mean, I think Killian would definitely be like,
What is this? What's going on?
Killian, I'll let you roll.
Arcane?
I think Arcana would be the one. I'll give you a single roll.
Tex Arcana?
Tex Arcana.
It'd be a 12.
You cannot draw anything specific, but you do know that at one point you went through some tome of books. Like, you definitely have known about other planes, but it was more like almost like hearsay. Like, and there's a plane of absolute order of machines made living, and but after that, there's nothing else after that.
Alright, I think he would sort of quickly gather his wits, at least remembering there was some mention of it, not knowing what it is. Like, alright, do you think another portal's coming for us?
I hope so. Don't like this place.
Aye, indeed. Well, we might as well.
What's that?
Is there just wall?
Oh, there's just a straight wall behind you. You turn, and I mean, it is the end.
Do you think that little satyr's playing tricks on us?
Some reward for our help.
Well, there's nothing to do but to press on.
Alright.
I think we would go around the corner.
Good. Good. What?
What, man? What?
As you reach here, let me show you what these little creatures look like. For anybody who hasn't seen, please look up the Modrons of Mechanus.
Oh my god, I love them. They kind of look like D&D minions.
That's awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to have some memes that, like, your aunt posts about minions. You know? You know.
Don't you? They have cute little voices of absolute order. And there's various types. There's some that are square. There's some that are kind of creepily like a pyramid that are just walking on multiple legs, like.
Sorry, what are they walking like? Nice.
How you would walk if you had multiple
If
legs.
you had multiple, like, teeny tiny
Little
legs,
spindle legs.
like little spindle legs, but you were like a pyramid. You're a pyramid with like 12 little tiny legs.
Yeah, makes
That are.
Yep, I'm with you.
Some are flying in the air, and they're all shooting out these. You can see a battle raging. In fact, you see a troll has broken through.
Oh, good.
There's an elemental, whatever that fucking is.
Oh, that's a dick grub.
And so as you reach here, it just looks like a gauntlet. There's some kind of smaller skirmishes of what looks like some small humanoids that start to get out and are immediately like these tiny things are just and you can see them riddled. But a lot of these other ones, it is for naught. They are firing into this troll and nothing is quite happening, and this troll is just slew of these just smashing. And you can still hear these klaxons all around you.
I think Killian will be sort of staring down the hall and just staring at you. Like, do you think they'll mistake us for escape prisoners?
Do you think they care what we are?
I think Killian's gonna cast Mirror Image.
Yeah, for a moment you see that like they just all look like they're a little too preoccupied to quite notice you right where you are.
Alright, I'm mirror imaging. And then I think he's gonna try to like sneak along this wall.
Okay. As you get there,
You following?
we're gonna roll initiative.
Alright. There we go.
Okay.
That's a sign language.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, collectively, since you are around different things, the monodrones will always be in this initiative, and whatever is escaping
Yep.
will be the other. So
Got it.
you won't be in. Nothing is going to like gang up on you, but there'll be kind of each these little mini things, just so you
Gotcha.
guys are kind of getting how it works. All right, no ally, unfortunately.
Come on.
Can Strahd come back and help
Must
us?
seem nice.
You guys want to invite Strahd here?
Building a castle for his mommy? What a good boy.
Yeah, right? That was pretty sweet. Seemed, like he liked wine, not blood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, Killian, what are you?
30.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
What?
Got a 30.
13?
And,
What's Anarchy?
Anarchy's a 19.
Elvin?
16.
You guys are pretty looking
Mine's
good.
30 though.
Alright, so enemy 2 is always going to be whatever is escaping, and enemy 1 are the Modrons of various types, but
Okay.
now mostly Monodrons.
Cool.
So, with that, you're sneaking, you immediately know these have all, like, their bodies started to turn, and then their legs caught up as they
Oh,
turned
God.
to you. Just...
Nah, man.
So they are alerted.
Alright, do they look like they're going to attack us? I mean... Alright. Well, nothing to do but to zap. I think Killian... Do we have any... Well, yeah, we want to escape here anyways. So I think Killian will move 10, 20, 5 to just slow down a little bit. And then he will go ahead and firebolt this little wizard right there.
Okay.
Actually, he's gonna firebolt the troll.
Okay.
That's scarier and closer.
Do it.
So I think he's just... probably not. 12.
12. You know what? I don't think that troll's wearing shit. So, I think you actually hit with that.
Cool. 8. Is it wearing clothes? If it's not wearing shit.
No. It's got a big troll dong.
Swaying. He's got that BDE.
This.
That big BTDE. You know what BDE is? That's,
Yeah.
Sucks for you, man.
I do.
Drawing mana?
Basically, yes.
I actually don't know what it is, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, good.
It's the swagger. It's the charisma
charisma
that you're walking around.
He's got BTDE.
Strahd got BDE.
Yeah, okay.
This troll has these tiny little cog machines just in each arm smashing them, and as he pulls away, you, as you're running by, shoot a firebolt that catches him. He's like, "Ah!" And he drops a couple, and the other ones in his hand are just peppering him with these tiny little crossbow bolts.
Nice.
Okay. If the trolls go. I'm gonna give it. No, still going after its original enemy.
You tried to get it to attack you.
Yeah. It did.
Only one hit. This troll smashes. Just tries to hit, and they all just step out, but it manages to grab one and just smash it. They don't seem at all panicked. They don't seem to be reacting beyond doing exactly what they think needs to be done in that moment.
Nice.
Okay, Anarchy.
I think Anarchy will 10, well, she won't fly that way. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and she'll take a dodge action.
Got it. Elbit.
Seeing my friends leave.
Started dashing.
And then I'll just frostbolt back at one of them.
Okay.
Well, they haven't really gone after us, but we get the impression that they want us to die.
Get the impression that if you are in anything's way, it will attack you. If you're in one of these things escaping's way, it's going to attack you. You are probably most likely, the way they turned, considered the same as anything else in here. So nobody is necessarily on your side, but nobody is necessarily focusing on you either.
Yeah, I think it seems like we're escaping. This is our.
That's the plan, I think.
So, yeah, I'll get up just to dash and go a little bit ahead of you, but not too far ahead of you. I think that's what we need.
Okay. These ones are focused on that. These ones over here, though, some of them are going to fire at you. So one's going to take a shot at Anarchy at disadvantage. What's Anarchy?
You know, I think it's 12. I actually need to add her stats too.
Disadvantage.
Pretty sure she's 12.
Well, actually, that was a miss. So,
Nice.
still missed. And then,
She does still have her temporary hit points because it's a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm. And then one is going to fire at you and also misses. So one of these tiny little crossbow bolts just hits. And around you, you can see various things. There's clearly creatures locked up in here, but there's also clearly items. You'll see kind of in one, there's a number, it almost looks like a drawer has been broken open up above, and you can see various swords hanging that look fine. And you imagine might be magical.
Saying these are on the walls?
On the walls, just what you're seeing around you.
Where is that? Just sort of all along?
Yeah, it's up. I mean, these go up. Imagine Indiana Jones in the archive.
Yeah.
That's very much what this looks like. Like the Ark of the Covenant might be in here somewhere. You also see some that they're almost all glass, but on the inside there'll be a book in the center that's completely chained, so that it can't be opened.
Oh man. Killian would definitely run a bit like... Killian would be that meme that's like, escape.
Within, you see, and then creatures. You see like some hag that's up within who looks almost mid-spell. Almost
like
in a stasis. You see a couple humanoids. Some look like, you know, kind of clearly soldiers or nobles. Others look like spellcasters. You do pass one that it's a large, almost like one of these kind of stasis-like cubes. It's probably 15 feet, almost looks like a giant. Pale skin, red eyes, and black hair that's kind of all over the place. And it's wearing almost like a cloak that looks like the night sky. And it's just kind of stuck. It's unmoving and stuck, just
Tight.
kind of looking down. That's what you guys see so far.
Cool.
So we're running some treasure, right?
I mean, I'm here to loot.
I mean, we got shiny sparkles around the loot on the ground.
Yeah, there's a goblin running around with a little treasure sack.
Uh-huh.
Alright, there we go. Got Anaki's stats added to my...
Okay. With that, it is now a new turn.
Okay.
Killian.
God, I could be a real jerk and save my own skin here with my last spell. Oh no, I can't. I spent it. Never mind. Can't go invisible and leave you to your own devices. Yeah, I mean, I think he would just be like, watch out! He would run to here, and I think he's actually going to take the dodge action. Like, I think he's running and just, like, ducking and just, like, tumbling and trying to be very defensive.
Take it. Okay, with enemy 2.
Let me move the tracking cam
Yeah.
back. I should have put it on, like, a dolly.
Actually, no. With that, I'm going to leave that for right now. No. From out of here rolls just this chaos beast that's just managed. It looks like you could see the tentacles killing. Like it almost looked like there was just a small break in one of these, and it just broke it open.
Nice.
And has rolled out.
Nice.
Let's see. Let's see who notices. No, they do not. This is just gets all of its little tiny legs just.
That gross little thing. Look at it, man.
Sets
Looks like you
upon.
could find this in your garden.
He's a cutie.
What is this thing called? Oh, is this a carrion crawler?
Oh.
Look at that carrion crawler.
Alright, so a
yo.
carrion crawler manages to wipe out one of these. And that one does not notice you. But this burning thing of fire rolls right past you and settles in here. And it's just, and you see these, like, now the metal is starting to kind of heat, and the interior is starting to melt away.
I think that'd be the tracking shot of Killian, like, ducking as it just went in front of us.
Just a tornado of fire. Anarchy.
Alright, well, I think she's gonna be invested in our escape. So I think she's gonna fly right here and, give a help action, but just start squawking around that thing.
Got it. Elvin.
So these guys look like they're just ready to move on.
You know, it looks like it's almost randomly determined what they're going to choose. There are no enemies over there anymore. That is what they were focused on.
Besides us.
Right. But if they're trying to escape, is all. But what? To the wall, I guess. Never mind. Challenge yourself.
So there's stuff all along the walls, or how?
Yeah, everywhere you go, there's no,
Okay, I'll just take it all.
you can try.
I'm gonna start mashing X to pick up all the loot until it's like, you are overburdened.
Okay, yeah, I'm holding Alt right now, so what's on the ground?
I mean, if you guys want to stay to investigate and try to find something, let me go ahead and say this. I'll roll on a dope-ass treasure table if that's what you want to do. But trust, the danger level will increase exponentially.
Alright. Tempt us. Yeah, I don't think I'm really looking to zap anybody when they come mad at us, so I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. These ones over here. You see this troll finally kind of crash.
Just peppered with
I mean, it is all over. It looks like acupuncture.
Hellraiser style.
Mm-hmm. Little squad comes down right here for y'all.
Man, squad goals.
I set up, and one more sits right over here. These ones are going to fire at you. This one's going to fire at you.
What does the dodge action actually do?
It's advantage.
I know, but...
Oh, you took the dodge action?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Still managed to get you, but let's... Oh, it hits you for 3 damage. Exactly.
Nice.
Alright.
Absolute order, the law of averages wins. And then this one goes for you. Killian does not get you. And another one's going to fire at you, Killian.
Also dodged, but
Oh, you dodged. I'm
looks
so
like I
sorry.
didn't need it.
So, these... It goes through your cloak a little bit. Some of them just...
Holes punctured in it.
And it is your go, Killian.
Alright, well... I'm mostly out of spell slots, so I think Killian is not gonna care about an attack of opportunity. He will pre-take the dodge action, and then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that boy will get a attack of opportunity.
Did not get you.
I think he's just like covering his head and ducking low to the ground and sprinting when he sees an opening.
As you get over here, you see what is a creature that has nice vestments on, but has the head with like, it looks like squid-like tentacles coming out of the bottom.
Oh, cool.
That's starting to like, you can see like, it's starting to shift on the inside. As you turn to the other way, you see one of the kind of large, it almost looks like a cube of solid, just glass. But on the inside, you see an eyeball and a severed hand that are sitting next to each other.
Tight. Killian wants that for sure.
It's maybe buried in like 20 feet of this what looks like pure glass.
Elbin, cover me!
And then next to it, you see what looks like a humanoid. I mean, it's an actual human with kind of short cropped hair, but a long beard that is braided and has kind of gold into the vestments. And is standing, it almost looks like it was, again, caught strange, like his cloak is almost still billowing, but it's just caught like billow, and he's kind of up like he's about to cast a spell.
There it is, the hand in the eye of Vecna has been Nat canonized.
Who knows where it'll be after, I mean, clearly there's something wrong with the archive.
Right? Cool. We're fine.
So you need the ally one thing.
Yeah, that mind flares y'all as ally.
Look at this mind flare, though. It's right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's over here.
Killian, will you go ahead and make me an intelligence save, please?
Yep. 18. No, scratch that. 20.
Alright, for a moment, it turns around and you lock eyes with this thing, and it looks at you, and it's almost like you can hear that loud, high pitch, like, and for a second you're completely confused, like you don't know which way to go, and then something deep inside of you is no, and you almost like, it's almost like a shield spell, and you push it out of your mind, and are standing there, and it, if you thought something like this could look shocked, it looks shocked.
Oh man. Does he recognize it?
The spell?
No, I think the
it?
creature.
You
I
tell
feel
me.
like that might be something that was known.
I don't disagree,
I'll
man.
leave
You
it to chance.
If you want to know it, you can know it, man. I think you've studied.
I feel like that would be a thing that, would be one of the dark secrets that were kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would look at it and just be like, Elvin, come on! Like, I think he would wait for Elvin to, like, grab him, like, grab his cloak and just be running with him.
Tight. What about Anarchy?
I think Anarchy would pick up on that and immediately go to do the same thing there. That will provoke an attack of opportunity from the carrion crawler.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a 12.
Yep.
It gets her, but she's got 9 temporary hit points, so...
Okay. She gone. She tries to fly away, and you see her doing it, and the carrion crawler rears up, opens up its mouth, and just... and a few feathers spring out before they disappear. Elvin.
So I guess I'm going for killing this.
I'll take the no objection.
Okay. I'm going to give... Only one group's going to fire at you guys. So, Elvin, one fires at you. Still gets you, I think. What's your... 16? Actually, let me see. No, they don't. Another one fires at you. Also doesn't get you. And then one fires at you. Does not get you.
We should just stop fighting.
So they just...
Yeah, just dodge action all the time.
The rest, I mean, are just firing on what's around them.
Various creatures.
And this, has already rolled over and is...
It's what?
That's its burning stuff. This is
makes
when an
sense.
elemental burns, it's like...
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now. The one you saw in the kind of gold vestments, gold and black vestments that looked like it was caught in mid. As you kind of are turning around, you see its eyes blink. Like, look around, and then you can see the whole thing start to shake with its hand, and it burst open. And this human comes out and is like, oh. Mechanus. How's that? He looks at you two. He's like, is this an escape?
That is! Let's go!
He's like, alright. You grab up the ink.
Strawberry.
I'm just gonna use
Yeah.
this one.
So describe what he looks like again.
So, has kind of cropped hair that almost looks almost military. It's definitely not shaved by any means, but just kind of close. And he's got a graying beard that is kind of braided to about right here.
Cool.
He's got a black kind of cloak on. It has gold vestments, but the rest of it looks... It looks rough. Like, it looks like he didn't walk out of a monastery or something like that. Like, it's clearly been in use. He's... It probably looks like he's in his 50s or 60s. He's got a, like... He looks, you know, tough, but at the same time, I mean, looks like a spellcaster. He's not built like a barbarian, but he definitely seems to kind of understand what's going on. And that was his thing to escape.
Alright, so narratively, I want to wait for Elbin. Like, I want to be running, kind of grabbing him, but I'm going to dodge, and then... I know I can't really hold my action, but I do want him to be running, like, with Elbin.
I got you.
So, I don't know if you want me to wait till his turn to move the rest of my distance, or whatever.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
But I think he's grabbing it and just like looking back, like terrified at the mind flayer, just like running and like peeking behind him and ducking when bolts are flying overhead.
I like it.
And yeah, just dodging.
Okay. At the other end, you see something break out over here that you don't fully recognize. Some viewers at home might. And it just, and for a moment, just sheer terror strikes you on the inside. It's just a moment. There's nothing else but beyond like that shouldn't be here.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, not for us, but...
Right.
This crawler over here is... And that mind flayer looks at one of those Modrons and starts, and you see a Modron stop and kind of turn to it, blinking. You don't know what's happening, but now this creature, this mind flayer, has two arms, and the Modron is... You can see almost like little twitches on the inside.
Tight.
And more.
Where do I go?
My kingdom for a fireball.
I mean, there's nowhere to go, right? Other than...
Well, this extends, right? The hallway
that's what
goes
I meant.
on.
I meant other than straight through these doors.
It turns at the end.
Yeah.
So you're kind of coming
Yeah.
from me, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what did I even do to not...
There's nothing you can do. Just take it.
I guess I'll die.
You know what? I actually think Elbin or Killian would even kind of grab you and pull you behind him. Like I think he would do this basically.
And then dodge again, I guess.
Okay. All of these kind of over here seem to turn to that one that just came out and all turn to... They seem to be focused on that, with the exception of two of these are each going to fire at you, while the other fires there. Does not hit. Does not hit. So, effective. This one right here is like... Somebody cast plane shift! How did you even get here?
I mean, yeah, just look at him like...
He kind of adds up the bit. He's like, come back this way! And he turns to these here, and you see him cast a thing, and a giant spectral hand, nearly the size of the hallway, starts like...
Nice.
And pushes these all back, and now the spectral hand is just kind of holding all of these against the hull. And he moves down this way too if you want to move him. Yeah, right there. Okay, Killian.
Alright, I think you'd be like, come on, what's our one chance?
And he is actually going to sprint.
So I think I will provoke an attack of opportunity from Big Nasty. Okay, I don't know what he hits with, but I think as he runs, he's just gonna put a huge shield behind him and kind of run with it, like covering his retreat. So, 20 armor class. Oh my god, this wizard is fucking Big B.
Is it though?
Yes. Yes.
You know what? That misses you. I don't know what the stats are, so I'm gonna just say it fucking misses.
Alright.
So it tries to hit, but as it's kind of coming down on you, I mean, 100 tiny little crossbow like on all its tentacles, and it managed nearly gets you, and it slams as you have kind of just ducked and almost lose your balance as you're running forward. Okay, all but that one right there closest to the Mind Flayer seemed to be focused on that. This one now seems to be changing. And like arms are extending. And the Mind Flayer is still just kind of holding up. And then you see out of the bottom from under, like where there's almost this leathery like flesh, tentacles. Like just and now one eye turns to two. And it's gonna fire at you, Elvin. But it misses. Elvin, it's your turn.
So he hasn't actually. So he pushed them with the hand
Mm-hmm.
and moved a bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just dodge again and be afraid of my player.
Okay. With before you, as you reach, he grabs both of your shoulders. The hand kind of goes down over here as they start moving, and he closes his eyes. It's almost like going through the gate, but it's strange. It's almost like you and your shadow have now folded into each other. The three of you have all at one point now completely mixed, where like you picked up Elbin's ear, like he had one of your eyes. It's not nearly the same as going through the portal, and then it feels like you're falling, like your pieces of paper being wrung through from a book, just and you end up in a land. Almost, it looks like it's on a shore. Just and you are there. You're like,
Oh yeah, I think Killian would be like, oh, that was a mind flayer. That was a mind flayer. I don't know what we would have done if you weren't there. You might have saved us. That thing is a terror.
Mind flayers are terrible, but they can be dealt with. The other things in there, I'm far more worried about. They'll probably escape. Why was I there, though? Why was I locked in Mechanist?
Have you no memory?
What of this? I was fighting a battle at the castle.
Where are you from?
I'm from here. Are you not from here?
Where is he?
This is the Flonesse.
I don't know.
Never heard of Castle Greyhawk? The Flonesse, the Scarlet Brotherhood?
No.
The Eight? The Circle of Eight?
I mean, would we have heard of that?
Yeah, I think you would.
Okay, yeah, I think it would be like, yes, I have. We're from Peril.
Oh, do you know Tan?
I know of Taryn. I've heard of Tarn.
I
Heard
haven't
of
listened to
Tarn.
him yet.
Like, Tam was okay. Pretty good. Bit kind of a suck up. But
I think
That's-
Elba would sort of subtly be like, "Oh yeah," like put his hood on.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, kind of just hide his hair a little bit.
it's like, so you're both from Peril. What were you doing on Mechanus?
Oh, well,
Bit of a strange story. We were in the Fae. Tried to leave the Fae.
Porter went wrong.
Very wrong.
we
Makes
met an
sense.
ambitious noble named Strad von Zarevich.
I'm sorry.
Strad von Zarevich.
Seemed alright.
That's right.
You said he was nice?
Well, I didn't say he was nice. He was ambitious. He was, well,
As any officer, thought he was doing the right thing.
he was hospitable.
Oh, strange. That's the last thing I was doing was looking for my mentor. Friend. Peter.
I fucking love this. Oh my god. You gotta go watch Strad.
He went looking for Barovia to break the curse.
No, it wasn't Barovia yet. It was Darkon. He was intending to call it.
Pity you didn't kill him. That would have saved a lot of people a lot of trouble.
Kill.
It doesn't matter now.
He almost died.
He almost died.
In fact, we saved him.
He walks down the beach a little bit. Looks up. He watches the waves of the water. Comes back. Probably time to get you back to Toril.
Oh, we'd appreciate that, but what's your name?
My name. Have you heard of the Circle of Eight?
Of course.
Then of course you know my name. It's Big B.
Fuck Big B. No. I do think Killen would be like, well, that's an honor to meet you as a student of the Eight.
As one who's not a student of the Eight. Who is this?
Big B, Archmage, Land of Greyhawk, Castle Greyhawk. I have a number of lineages. I studied under Mordenkainen. He was an excellent teacher, bit pompous. I think now we're probably at about the same level.
Well, I'm truly impressed. I'm truly grateful to be in your presence and for what you did for us. That was, well, we certainly would be indebted to you.
Well, I'll put you back where you are, and then perhaps you'll repay me someday. I don't know how long I've been gone, though, and that troubles me. I'm also fairly troubled that the archive has been broken on Mechanus.
What was that place?
Mechanus? Oh, another plane. A plane of absolute order made by, cogs, clockwork, machinery, made life. Ruler was Primus. Typically, Primus has been the arbitrator of other realms. Because it's order. So sometimes when Mount Celestia or the heavens have a disagreement with the hells, they go to Primus.
I had read about it, but I was unfamiliar.
Impressively enough, been a bit at a stalemate because Primus got rather stumped by the testimony of one Asmodeus on the nature of evil. It's quite intriguing. Philosophically, it's a good argument. In any case, I don't remember being there. The archive, most people send things that they want locked away. They want the key thrown away. Some things can end up there on their own, but why was I there? Nobody could have put me there.
And why were you with so many of those foul creatures?
Exactly. How many of the rest of us? Suppose find Mordenkainen. Probably talk to Tarn too. I don't know. The rest of the Circle of Atar. Maybe they're there. Maybe they're spread
I
out.
think Killian would know Tarn was dead. I'm not sure he would necessarily.
Go all for it if you want.
Nah, I don't think he would. I just don't think he would know exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'll put you back where you need to go. I'll deal with, the big things. You keep doing your adventures, I assume?
We are.
Good. Nice. People need those. Keep up your studies.
Before we left, would you allow me to copy a spell from your spell book?
God, no. God, no. Absolutely not. Nice try. Do you want to try too? Neither one of you could have any of my spells. No. Absolutely not.
Some of them are taught.
I'll tell you what, you can have Bigby's hand. It's mine.
Alright.
It's the best. It's not wish, but... He puts his spellbook and he's like, oh. He pulls out a wand itself and taps it so that you can read it.
Tight.
So you can read it.
I think as it takes like hours to copy. It takes like an hour or something for him to sit down and do it. I don't even know what level Bigby's hand is.
I think it's pretty high.
Is it? I don't even know.
I don't mind giving it to you because I'm pretty sure it's pretty high.
Well, how about he'll copy it down, but oh yeah, it's 5th level, but can't do anything with it yet.
Yeah, no.
You gotta take the opportunity to get the man's
You've
spell.
met Big B, you get Big B's hands.
Yeah, that's right.
You catch these hands.
This Big B's hand, you wanna taste it again?
So, wizard, druid, could be a good combo.
So far.
Well, again, thank you. That was sheer luck that you were there.
The problem is it wasn't luck at all. There's more going on here than I realize now, but I'll figure it out. Because if one person can always figure it out, it's Big B.
I believe that.
Not always hopping about the realms telling everybody how great I am. I'm working most of the time. In case somebody asks, I work. I study. I'll put you back anywhere in particular.
Do you know Jolt?
Yeah, I know Joel.
We've got unfinished business there.
I suppose it feels small after this. Best to continue.
It's where we belong for now.
Bigby starts looking closer at you. Just kidding. Not a druid at all, are you?
What am I
Not fully what you were supposed to be either. Anyway, I think I've seen it.
What?
He grabs your hand and just... And again, the shift happens and... And then...
I think as it's happening, you'd be like, what am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
And then your words turn into bubbles.
Spider words crawl out of your mouth. Right? You like that.
So, as you land, you immediately know. You both hit kind of hard. You immediately know you're back in Cholt. And Cholt is screaming. And all about you are what look like sawed-off just stumps. They're black. They have ooze coming out of them. It looks like ash is rising all throughout the spot of the forest. And you, even though there's rot all around, smell a familiar smell. And you see, as you turn, a number of, they're clearly undead. You know that they're undead servants, though. Standing, kind of adjoining a woman with white blonde hair who looks beautiful. The smell of perfume is heavy. And then with her is a young man standing as well. And that's where we're going to leave it. We're going to be off for 2 weeks, y'all. When we come back, we will go back to the rot. in Cholt.
Man, good sesh, dude. I really liked that. I really liked it a lot. You guys trying to raid Greyhawk channel since we went to Greyhawk?
Yeah, let them know we. I quite literally dipped our toes in the coast of Greyhawk.
That was cool. I like that. I know there are a lot of references you didn't get there, Andrew. You should watch me and Sean's new Lore 1997 videos to catch up.
We're gonna go to Bigby and Mordenkainen and tear into Miracle. Let's talk about the wizards.
Dude, we need to. That's pretty awesome. I love that it was Bigby. When I first saw it, I was like, is it Mordenkainen? And then once the hand, I was like, oh, no, it's Bigby. They met Mordenkainen, and he basically just shit-talked Bigby the whole time. So it's fun to get the other ones. All right. See y'all. That was fun.
Bye,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was a really great session, dude.